It's currently 8:20 in the morning on February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day 2023. And I just thought I would chat a little bit about my daily routine because I've had some viewers ask me about that. So I am a morning person for sure. I am most productive in the morning. I like to get up early. Well, early for me. Some people get up even earlier. Like my husband, he gets up at 5:15. I typically get up between 6 and 6:30. Sometimes earlier than that. If I wake up and I feel like I'm not tired anymore, I will get up. But most of the time I'm up between 6 and 6:30. And then I drink my coffee first thing in the morning. Lately, I have not been really drinking a lot of caffeine, so I will do a decaf latte, but I'll grind a little bit of regular coffee in it for just a little kick, but not a whole lot because I was finding that I wasn't tolerating caffeine well. And it was just making me feel really jittery and anxious, which I go through periods of that. Sometimes I can drink 2 shots of espresso and be perfectly fine, and then I'll go through a period where if that just makes me feel horrible. So I'm currently in one of those periods where it makes me feel horrible, so I'm not consuming very much caffeine at the present time. But then I always drink my coffee, read my Bible, do any Bible study, like quiet time stuff. I'll journal during that time. I use my journaling more as a prayer journal, and also just a place to record scriptures and then record any thoughts I have regarding those scriptures. After that, I typically do some knitting and watch podcasts, or a podcast. Typically it's not podcasts because, yeah, I don't have time for that normally. And then around 8:30 in the morning, I work out. So, and sometimes I will start laundry. So Mondays are my big homemaking day. I try not to schedule things on Mondays because those are the days I really hit it hard. You know, we've come off the weekend and I kind of let things slide over the weekend. I don't do laundry over the weekend unless it really needs to be done. And so Mondays come, big laundry day. I spend really the whole day doing laundry and other housework. So yesterday was Monday. I got up, I started a first load of laundry at like 6 in the morning. I was up early yesterday, and I brewed my kombucha yesterday. I made a loaf of sourdough yesterday. I made muffins. I make Morning Glory muffins. Also from that Bakerita cookbook. I don't know if she has them on her website. If she does, I'll link them down below. But they are sugar-free, grain-free, so delicious. And so I like to whip up a batch of those typically once a week and just leave them out on the counter for my family to enjoy. So I did all of that yesterday. Yesterday was really productive. I got my stuff, I got like some bills and stuff done. It just was a really productive day. Some days are like that. Some days I literally have a long list and I scratch everything off that list. Other days I don't. And I will say I am a list maker. So I have a Rocket book, which I bought last year and I love it. Maybe I should grab it and show you what it is. Okay, so for those of you who do not know what a Rocket book is, it is basically a tablet that you can wipe stuff off the pages and reuse. And I am typically not a person that buys a lot of gadgets and stuff like that. I keep it really simple in my life. I don't really... Some people really enjoy getting the newest thing. I'm not like that. I'm typically not like that. However, a friend of mine used these, and when we were at one of our downtown market meetings, which I'm on a committee for in our town, she was telling me about it, and I'm like, oh, I might actually really use that because I'm a list maker, and typically what I do is I write a list on a piece of paper and then I throw it away. And I thought this would just be, because I'm going to use this constantly, I'm not going to be going through as much paper. And yeah, so like I'll just make my list, cross it off. This one, the Fusion, I also wanted this because it has like a task list. It has a thing where each day is printed out. there is, and so what I do with this is if I'm going to menu plan, which I go through spurts with that, but if I'm going to menu plan, I put it on this one. And this is more for like setting goals and stuff on this. But yeah, I don't know. I really like it. And then you have to use these special pens because they also have erasers, but they are what will wipe off. And then you get like a microfiber cloth that you can wipe off. This is not a sponsored post, by the way, but I'm just telling you that I really like my Rocketbook. I wasn't sure how much I would like it, but I don't. Back in the day, I used to use a planner, and I don't do that anymore because my calendar is in my phone and it's synced up with my husband so that we can see what's going on. So for me to write things down in a planner and also have it on my phone felt very redundant to me, and it was a waste of time for me. So I like this just for making lists. Oh, and then you can take a picture of it with the app on the phone and you can save documents. So for instance, things like last year for whenever I was helping with Bible school, I did all of my lessons in here, snapped pictures of it, saved it into the app, and so I will always have that app. When my mom and I plan our camping trips and our menus, I will write it in here and then I will take a picture of it before I erase, and then I save it to a special file in my app that's called Camping Trips. And so I do that with vacations and stuff. So it's really handy for me. I really like my Rocketbook. I'm very glad. I don't regret this purchase at all. And the pens, I mean, they're not that unreasonable in my opinion. But anyway, so I don't even remember how I got here. Oh, I was telling you I'm a list maker. Okay. So that is how I make my list. And then, so I get my workout done. That's typically around 8:30 that I do that. And I would say 8:30 to 9:30 is workout time. And then I just come up and I do what needs done for the day. Like I'm not one of those people that does a certain task on each day of the week. Other than Monday. Monday is my laundry day, but I do laundry every other day of the week too, pretty much, because I like to keep up on it. If I didn't keep up on laundry throughout the week, I would get to the next Monday and be totally overwhelmed by the amount of laundry. One tip with the laundry, I used to be horrible with letting it sit and set in the dryer, and then it would be all wrinkled. So I really try to stay on top of that now. Wash, dry, fold, and put away. Like if I have a basket of laundry laying around, it's going to be socks and underwear because yeah, but I can't stand ironing. I'm not a fan of ironing. So I find that if I pull the clothes out and fold them or hang them up right away, it's golden because I'm not having to iron. Now, Brad's work clothes do need ironed, but you know, certain things do need ironed, but for the most part, I'm not spending hardly any time ironing. So that is, you know, that is pretty much it. And I'm busy and doing stuff up until dishes are all cleaned up after dinner in the evening. So I like that though. I prefer to keep busy. It's not easy for me to just sit around. I go outside during the day. Right now there's not a whole lot to do outside because it's just, I can't grow anything, you know, stuff's all done. I mean, once it gets a little bit warmer, I'll have some more things to do outside as far as prepping garden beds and stuff, but I haven't done any of that. But yeah, I just find stuff to do, and I dust when it needs dusted. I vacuum multiple times a week because we have hardwood floors, but I have a central vac, so it has an attachment that I can put on for hardwood floors. But because we have two dogs, one does not shed, the other one does shed, and she sheds a lot, and it's black. So if I would not vacuum frequently, we would have major black dust bunnies everywhere. And I just don't like that. Yeah, so I don't know. In fact, can you hear my little dog or my big dog, my shedding dog? She's over here chewing on a bone. And then sometimes throughout the day, you know, I will maybe sit down and knit a little bit, but most of my knitting is done first thing in the morning and then in the evening. So when everything is cleaned up for the night after dinner, I would say that's probably like 7 o'clock by this time. And then this is when I will sit down and knit again. Or, you know, if we're not playing a game or doing something like that. This time of year, we're in the house in the evening. Every now and then my husband and I will go outside and we'll take a walk in the dark. We're usually in the house this time of year. And so I will knit and listen to my audiobook, or sometimes I'll listen to podcasts, but most of the time this is when the evening is when I'll knit and listen to my audiobook. In the summer, that totally changes because we spend the evenings outside. We go for bike rides or we go for walks. It's just, we're very active in the evenings in the summer because the days are longer and it's light out. So anyway, that is a bit about my routine. Actually, that's like 11.5 minutes about my routine. So I, for those of you who are asking, I hope that kind of sheds some light on things. And, yeah, so today's Tuesday. I'm actually going to be, I need to stop talking so I can get my workout done. And then, I have a little bit more laundry to do. And what else do I have to do today? I have some like cleaning. I want to clean my kitchen sink, clean a couple bathrooms. And yeah, I basically, when it comes to housework, I've tried all different systems, and I find the best one that works for me is just clean things when they need cleaned and not necessarily on a schedule, other than the laundry. So that's what works for me. If I see the dust is really starting to accumulate, I will dust. When I see that the bathrooms need cleaned, I will clean them, you know, and that's typical. All that stuff typically happens, like the bathrooms get cleaned once a week. Dusting doesn't happen as often. I have found that since we ripped out all of our carpet in 2020 and put down hardwood, and since we did that, our house is way less dusty. So that has been wonderful. Dusting doesn't have to happen as often. But anyway, okay friends, I hope that helps a little bit. I'm gonna get off here so that I can go get my workout in, and I'll check in with you later. This cow is out. Can you see that cow?
It's like, Mom!
Aww.
Mom, there's a stranger.
Oh, where did it get through? Aw, it is so cute. It is, I love cows. Can you see that? Wonder if we can find where it broke through.
I think you're scared.
Put your window down again. Put your window down. Hi! It's so cute, but I feel bad. I don't... Is that your mama? Is that your mama?
They look like they want you.
I like church bells, Ian. Can't help it. I like church bells. Okay, let's go get our taxes done. So we are home and we dropped our taxes off, and then I stopped at the groceries. I stopped at a small grocery store because my oldest son Sergey has the flu and he's feeling really, really unwell. So I stopped and got stuff to make chicken noodle soup. So I'm gonna do that and run that out to his place and do a porch drop, and he'll at least have some hot soup with lots of garlic and veggies. it is 1:30 in the afternoon, and I have my soup going for my son, Sergey. So I'm working on that. Brad and I took an afternoon walk while he was on his lunch break, and I wanted to share something with you guys. It's actually back in December, Deborah, whose Instagram name is, I believe it's The Knitting Texan. I'll put it down below. But she had reached out to me and asked me if she could send me something. And she actually owns a scripture subscription service. So it's called Grace Notes subscription. And basically what happens is every month you get a new scripture and they send it to you with like some goodies. And I'm going to show you what comes with it. But the whole basis of it. So she is a homeschooling mom. Is she still a homeschooling mom, or her kids grown now? I can't remember. I think she's still actively homeschooling. So this is a small business. She owns it. She does like all the legwork and everything. And she just, you know, she said she had found that she was just really busy raising kids, homeschooling them. And so this kind of just, she developed this product to just kind of help her focus in on scripture. And you get one scripture a month, and you get some products. So let me show you. I think it would just be easier if I would show you what I'm talking about rather than, you know, try it. Okay, let me find this month's. So they come in this little envelope. And then inside you get some goodies. Okay, so I've already started using this one, so it's going to have some writing on it. But you get this large scripture card with the scripture for that month. And every month it's a different scripture. And then on the back there's room if you wanted to take notes. Then you get a smaller version of that. And I actually, so I made this little house to hold like index cards. This is what made her reach out to me. So I was making this during one of my Vlogmas episodes, and I said that I was going to put my scripture index cards in there so I can put it right at my sink and be able to meditate on whatever scripture I have there. Well, that's what made her reach out, because she said that she, you know, that she has these products. So this is then the smaller one, which I keep in here, and I keep it on my sink. And then you get a card to rewrite the scripture, which I have found, you know, rewriting things, even when I was in school and when I was in college, I would rewrite, I was insane, but I would recopy my notes to help cement things in my head. It was just a way that I learned. And so I find that rewriting scripture, which I often also do in my journal, but it's very helpful for kind of like getting it in there and making it stick more. And then, so you write it there, and you could do it all fancy and everything, or you could do it over and over again, which is probably what I'll do. I'll probably write it in another time down here, just maybe print it instead of handwriting. And then on the other side is where you can write your prayers, you know. So last month what I did is whenever anybody said anything to me about needing prayer, I would write it down on here. And then I went back and when they would get an answer, I would write the date and that they were, you know, had received an answer. Then it comes with a little sticker with the verse on it. And then you get in this envelope, you get a cute little paper clip to hold it all together. And this one looks like a rainbow. At least that's what my interpretation is of it. A little rainbow. So yeah, and then every month they also change their wallpaper, which their phone wallpaper is free. So if you go and subscribe to their emails, you actually will get, they'll send you their phone wallpaper, which has that month's scripture on it. And so I have that currently on my phone. Now this one is not actually from this month. I'm not sure what month it's from, but I think what she did is she sent me January's, which I've just recently taken down and put the new one up. But January was this one. And then there's my copying, and then on the other side, my prayer requests, or my prayers. And look, that's a cute little dragonfly clip. And then this. So this is what you get. And then she sent me another one, which I'll just show you as well, because might as well. These are ones from the past. This one's so pretty. And then, look, that's a really pretty sticker. And then there's also a clip in there. So when I read scripture every morning, I typically pick out a book of the Bible and then I'll read through it. And so I am reading quite a bit of like scriptures, but I have to say, I really like having that verse that I'm focusing on each day. So I read the verse almost, not every day, but almost every day. I'll read the verse for that month and I will think about it, and then I'll move on and do the rest of my study with whatever else I'm reading in the Bible. And then just having this constantly at the kitchen sink because I spend a lot of time at the kitchen sink. You know, I just do. It's nice to have that there to be able to read while I'm washing dishes or whatever I happen to be doing. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and I reached out to Deborah afterwards and I told her that I really enjoyed it. I was very thankful for her sending them, and she had given me a coupon code. If for anyone who would want to try them out, you can get $4 off of your first subscription, like first monthly subscription. So it's I think it's $14.95 or it's $14 even, I can't remember which one, per month. And that includes like the shipping and everything. And so I will put the coupon code below if you want to give it a try, and you would get $4 off your first month. So anyway, check out her website down below if you would like. And if that sounds like something that's interesting to you or would be helpful for you, you can always give it a try and use that coupon. So yes, I got all my veggies chopped. I'm waiting for my broth to finish being made, and then I will put it all together, and I'm going to run it out to my son's home. And it has been so incredibly, strangely nice here. We've had a lot of sun over the last week. And today it is in the 50s, and tomorrow it's supposed to be 70 degrees in February. I don't even know what's happening. So, yeah. So it's nice to be able to take advantage of these nice days. And the sun has just been so amazing, because you guys, most of you probably know, I love the sun. I have a lot more energy when the sun is out. And so I really am appreciating the weather that we've had so far this month. I thought of something else that I wanted to talk about real quick that I've had a couple of people ask me about. So it is my 1,000 hours outside challenge. I've had a couple of you reach out and say, how is that going? It is going great, actually. So this was the chart that I had printed off. I'll link down below what I'm talking about if you have no idea. But basically, what you do is when you do the 1,000 hour challenge, you're basically committing to yourself that you're going to spend 1,000 hours outside that year. I started this January 1st, so I'm doing the actual calendar year. And it was more, I find it very, because I'm a checklist person, this is very motivating for me. So being able to track my progress has been very motivating as far as getting me outside. So what I did is, this was my son Ian's idea actually, but he said I should color code each month and use a different color marker for each month, so that when I go back and look at this at the end of the year, I can see which month I spent the most time outside just by looking at the color. So January was this like purplish color, and I then tallied the total number of hours. That's 20. Couldn't even read my own handwriting on the camera. So I spent 20 hours outside in January. Dedicated hours. That doesn't count like any in between from car to store or anything like that. This is going outside with the intention of being outside. And then February is the yellow. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have spent 7 hours outside so far in February. So yeah, I just wanted to catch you guys up on that, because some of you had asked. I'm really enjoying this. And like I said, being able to color in these squares or the shapes is extremely motivating for me. and it keeps me wanting to go outside. I love being outside, but it's just that this time of year, I'm not outside as much. I have a feeling that once I get to May, June, July, August, like this is going to be just filled because I spend multiple hours outside every day in the summer. It's just, you know, I need a little motivation this time of the year. This little one's going for a car ride with me. She loves car rides. She gets so excited when I tell her that she's going to go on a car ride. Huh? Are you excited, Molly, to go for a car ride? Yes. Yes. Okay, let's go. Let's take Soup to Sergey. Yes, let's go.
Ben, we just flipped over going halfway down the hill.
Well, I can definitely tell you this.
Here, I can put it on my vlog, and you can have your mom watch it and say, "This is for Valentine's Day, Mom."
Don't do that. I'm gonna get it out of here. I don't care what anyone says. I was be out here at 9 o'clock.
Alright, where's your wagon at?
I have no
Let's
idea.
get the wagon.
I never wanted it.
Your mom?
Yeah, let's help.
I don't know, boys. Oh my.
Oh, it's working! Oh, it's not.
Okay, now you got to get that wagon up the hill.
Alright.
I'll get the back. Me and Matthew will get the back.
That's a bad idea. Okay, just hold the rock still.
Yeah, Matthew,
Don't let
you
it
get
fall
the
off.
back, I'll hold the rock.
Ready?
Yeah,
I think the handle is gonna pull off the
I
rock.
know. I'll help by pushing the rock. Matthew, you get the rock.
Watch out it doesn't come back and smack you in the
Matthew, you
face.
get the rock. I'll do that.
Don't push until I start pulling.
We're doing it.
There they go.
I wouldn't say it that soon.
You're heading to a big rock.
We're not almost there. There's a branch. Forget it, we're going over. Never mind.
So, my nephew came out into the woods and found a huge
I don't know.
rock.
I need to go.
It was right here. And it was shaped like a heart. So he's trying to figure out how to get it to the house so he can give it to his mom for Valentine's Day. I told him just to take a picture, but he was like, he's determined. And Ian and I happened to be out walking. So he recruited our help. Well, not my help, but Ian's help. And then my other nephew came back to help too. My brother-in-law has trees tapped for maple syrup.
Freaking sound. The final haul. Ready, set, go.
I feel like I'm not pushing hard enough.
That's okay, I'm pulling hard enough.
You're almost there, guys.
What the heck? That noise. Whoa, yes.
The front is definitely snapping off.
Rust will do that to a metal wagon. And a large 100-pound boulder. Teamwork!
Where's it going?
I did say it couldn't be done.
To the concrete.
You still have a ways to
Yeah, we
go.
still have a long way to go. And then we're gonna.
Ian, is your back sore?
No, it's more my legs.
Yeah, I
Oh.
need a breather.
Wait. Wait, Ian. Okay, Jake. What if you take this to your mom and she says, "What am I going to do with this?"
We don't care as long as she doesn't tell us to take it back in the
You
woods.
don't care?
No, it would be easy because all we have to do is send it down that hill. And
Just push the wagon?
yeah, just push the wagon. We
Yeah,
don't
till the
have to do it.
wagon breaks and we have to roll it down the hill.
And then you might take out some of your dad's maple
It's worth
syrup
it.
taps.
It's worth it.
I don't think there's any wins in this situation. All right, let's go.
Okay, finish up. You're almost there.
3, 2, 1.
We can do it. We're going. Someone find us over.
Okay, they made it.
How much did you take this way?
Oh,
Look at your Valentine's gift.
If we look, tearing that up
And
a
right
hill.
here. Oh, this log probably weighs like 500 pounds.
did you find that for me?
Yes, I found it, and then I called Ian to come help me, and then Matthew rides back in the bike with me. About 10 minutes. Thanks, Ian.
Okay, it is now evening and the afternoon just got away from me. I came outside because my sister and brother-in-law are going to set off maybe this would work better. They're gonna set off some fireworks because it's my nephew, the one who was taking the Valentine rock to his mom. It's his birthday today. So I came out to see the fireworks, and then I'm gonna cut Ian's hair and pretty much call it a day. So thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. It was fun to do another vlog. Talk to you soon. I always like those right there. It's like the woods are on fire with those.